Hey, 5 more lessons I learned from college. If you haven't watched part 1, you can click on the card right there to watch that as well. Now let's get to it. Number 1. Do what scares you. Is there something that you know would benefit you, but it's kind of intimidating? Well, buck up your courage and go do it. What's the alternative? Stay at home and play League of Legends? Earlier this year, before COVID decided to rule the world with an iron fist, I came across an opportunity to attend a career fair. When I first came across it, I thought, I should do this. It would be a good experience. Then I started to chicken out. Wait, but that would mean I would need to wear a suit, and I would need to present my resume, and worst of all, talk to strangers. I started to doubt if I even wanted to do it at all. But then I realized, if I back down from this, then I'm setting a precedent for the next time I come across something that is a little scary. So in the end, I decided to go for it. It wasn't amazing, and I didn't find any potential employers, but I'm grateful for the experience because it was a chance for me to practice stepping out of my comfort zone, talking to people I'm not familiar with, presenting myself. It was an exercise in presenting myself, and that, even though I did not get anything tangible, per se, or anything obvious out of that career fair, I definitely have grown in my skills of self-presentation, for example. Number 2, learn effective ways to make tough decisions. I'm still learning to do this, but there are a few things that I do when faced with difficult decisions. 1, I list out the pros and cons. I actually made an entire video on this, which you can find right there, and I seek out advice from people that I trust, and I ask myself questions about what I really want and what I truly value, what's truly important. See, life is full of important decisions, and it is critical for you to center yourself in your values so that you can effectively navigate those decisions. 3, allow ideas to fail. Don't be afraid to innovate and try something new. And if it helps, recruit some of your friends to join you on your crazy idea. I can tell you stories after stories of how a friend of mine and I tried launching a new student program at our college, and it did not turn out the way we wanted it to. Our plans failed multiple times, but the important thing is that we don't hold on to it too tightly. It is easy to be attached to the thing you've created, but allowing ideas to fail is a powerful way to learn and grow and to do things better next time. Number 4, help those who are not as experienced as you are. So I was a film student, and for one of my projects, I was having a hard time finding people to be on my crew and to help me on that project. I was mainly looking for other underclassmen who were around my level because I thought, who am I to ask an upperclassman to help me and take directions for me? Like, they are way more experienced than I am. It's I who should be helping them, not the other way around. So there's no way they would be willing to help a little underclassman like me on my little silly project. But one day, one of my friends who was a senior offered to help me on my project. He was so helpful and so giving, and I'm grateful that he tolerated my little inexperienced antics, but it meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me that someone who is way ahead of me was willing to pretty much humble himself and be willing to take directions from me and help me out. So be a servant, have a giving heart, and help those who are not as experienced as you are, who are not on the same level as you, even if it means taking directions from them. It will mean a lot to them. You'll make a difference. And last but not least, Number 5. New seasons are indicators of new opportunities. This is true of all kinds of seasons, but I'm especially thinking of relational seasons. Some friendships are meant for a lifetime, others are only for a season. During college, I had friends who were ahead of me in their college careers, so it was inevitable for there to be a time when we had to say goodbye. I remember the time when I was moving from junior year to senior year, and so I had to say goodbye to the people who were graduating, and it was hard. But I reminded myself that many of these friendships are just for a season, and many of the friendships that I have currently are also just for a season. So I purposed to pour into the people who were still around the same way those who graduated poured into me. And the next thing I knew, I was building a relationship with a friend who was a year behind me. I still vividly remember this time when we were walking across campus and he turned to me and he asked me, "You know, Nathaniel, it's hard to think of the prospect of people leaving and saying goodbye to people. How did you handle it? How did you handle saying goodbye to those who graduated? And now, 1 year from now, you are also going to graduate, and I just feel like I'm losing friends and I don't know what to do about it." And I totally felt him. I really understood what he was saying. And I thought about it, and I said to him, "You know, some friendships are only for a season, but new seasons present to us new opportunities." Yes, I had close friendships with those who graduated, and I miss them, and I still want to keep in contact with them, but their time at college is over. But here's the crazy thing. Before these guys graduated, we didn't have this friendship. I was spending time with them. You were spending time with other seniors. We didn't have this. But now that they have graduated, we have been able to shift our attention to each other now, and now we have this brotherhood. And now I have the chance to pour into you, and you have the chance to pour into me, a chance that we did not have last year. And so I said, when I graduate, and when I leave, and you're still here, then that is your chance to again adapt and shift your attention and pour into someone else. And who knows, you may feel like you're losing friends. There may be many new valuable friends in the next season. Friendships come and go. When some fade away, at least for the time being, others fade in. And that's your chance, that's your opportunity. Take those opportunities. So when I think of this now, during a time when it's so hard to be around people, I value them so much more. Everyone's philosophy of life is different, but for me, I have come to a point where I'm able, and I've learned to say, as the hymn says, "Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, that it is well with my soul." Yes, I still have desires, I still have regrets, and I still wish that things were different here and there. But I tell myself that it's okay. In the end, it's okay. Though life may take me to places I may not like, it's okay. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been great being able to share with you some of the precious memories that I have. And I hope to look back on this video in the future and just remember the many things I've experienced and the many lessons I've learned. I hope you got something out of this video. If you have, smash that like button and subscribe if you want to see more from this channel. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.